Hey y'all. So I got done doing a few videos breaking down the STYER AUG. I got some doodads on it. Got this in primary arms, the ACSS SLX prismatic scope or optic. That has not been, I've never had one, so it's brand new to me. I'm trying it out on the AUG. I got my old Viking Tactics light here. It was here, I put it here just to do it. So, AUG or AR, which is the best? They both are. One is not any better than the other. They're designed by one man, one company. This was designed by, I'll say one man. Once again, I'm not a history on the STYER AUG. I'm going to be looking into a couple of books to read about the rifle and how they came up with the idea. Which is better? As an American, your AR is better. As a Swiss, your AUG is better. Modularity, they're both modular. They're just modular in different ways. For example, let me set this one down. This is my Reiki upper on my registered short barrel rifle, lower. Simply pop these two pins off, take the upper away, put the other lower, the other upper I want, and there you go. So I can put all the bells and whistles, everything on this, have all the bells and whistles, everything on that one, go back and forth from 5.56, 300 blackout. AUG, same way. I can have all the bells and whistles on this, simply take the barrel out, now it's 300 blackout. Take the barrel out, put the, I'll say the cup or coupler into the magazine wheel, and now I'm running 9mm. So they're both modular. It's just a different idea. Accuracy. Accuracy is a contentious thing. However, Tavars, I used to own a Tavar, and I used to own a FMP S90, and now I own this. And bullpups are not as less accurate as people say they are. They're not. If you look at what they're meant to, what they are, they're meant to be a GP rifle. Now I know that there are some folks across the pond, and it's always across the pond because they deal with these, that will say, hey, you know, we can trick these things out. And I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying is, like with an AR, you can trick an AR out to where it's a Reiki rifle, or a designated marksman's rifle, or even a sniper rifle, a semi-automatic sniper rifle. You can do the same thing with a bullpup. The one caveat that you hear a lot about this trigger or the AUG is that it has a horrible trigger. Now, hands down, when you compare it to the match grade trigger, the match grade trigger that I've got in, where the hell did I put it? That I have in this lower, absolutely, this is a horrible trigger. But if someone told me we're going to go somewhere bad, and I'm not someone doing Overwatch, I'm not someone in that kind of role, I do not want a trigger that light. I want this. I want a heavy trigger. So the decision of whether the AUG or the AR is better is just a personal decision. one versus the other, let me ask you this. If you were in slap stab AK country and you had an AR or an AUG, or you could carry an AK, which of the three would you carry? I'd carry an AK. If I was in Switzerland, give me an AUG. I'm in America, give me an AR. The good thing about America is I can have both, because I want both. I'm exercising a right. That's something the young people today are needing education on. If it was if you know, I'm not talking about group. I'm not talking about, you know, any bad stuff. So both would work in any environment that you want to in the world that I'm in. This is much more accurate than this is, but it's much more accurate than this is because I have tricked this thing out. This upper with this high quality optic on that lower is sub MOA all day long. This is not. This is I zeroed this at 50. I have to go back and re-zero it again because I took all the sights off of it. But my initial shots with this, I measured it. They were 1.5 at 100 yards. I was getting 1.5, and then I kept on shooting it, and my 1.5 stayed 1.5, 1.3, 1.1. So this is a very accurate rifle. It just depends on your flavor. If you're not a bullpup guy, carry on. If you're a bullpup guy, carry on. Me personally, I really like this AUG. I honestly thought that Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. So, I really didn't think I'd like this rifle. I thought it would be something that I would get. I would try it out and see if I liked it, and if I didn't, I would make my investment back. But no, she's staying with me. She's staying in the house. Between the two, where this one beats the AR, is the simplicity in the field strip and the maintenance of the rifle. I can visually see everything, whereas on the AR, because the barrel and the way it's mounted to the receiver, you can't. You know, you're looking at the star chamber using a light, whereas this, I can take it apart. And visually see everything wide out in the open, clean it, put it back together again. So the AUG beats it on that. Modularity. Modularity, I'll have to give, both are modular, but I'm going to have to give in regards to not caliber changes, but in regards to devices and the ease of changing a device to another. It's going to have to go to the AR. If you're a light guy, and I believe every rifle should have a light on it, you can kind of like C-clamp it, come up, turn the light on, turn the light off. You can run a pressure pad can run a pressure pad on top of here, and then you can see clamp it and touch it here. You can put the light down here and just touch it with your trigger finger. You just have to note that the further back the light is, the shadowing of the barrel and all that stuff, if you're worried about that. But modularity wise, as far as devices and attachments, IR laser, light, etc., that point, and if we were on a rating scale, the AR would be a 10 and the AUG would be a 9. There is ways to get around that. I think probably the best ways to get around it is to take, if you're running IR, I don't run IR anymore, I don't run night vision anymore. You can go back and look at my previous videos to find out why. It would be the slaved IR illuminator and daylight or light all in one unit sitting here, and then you would simply activate your switches as you saw fit. Because the good thing about this weapon, the way it's designed, is once it's locked to the rear, you will never have to touch that again. You just simply insert a magazine, hit your release, and you know your hands are there. But that's where the winners and the losers are in the game. The AUG is easier, in my opinion, to physically. I see it. I can clean it better. I can get into more nooks and crannies of the receivers and the bolt carrier versus the AR. I can do more with it because we have to go back and look at this too now. The AR's got more availability, and in the world that I'm in, the United States, it's got more availability than the AUG does. Prices on the equipment's lower, prices on the equipment's higher. Okay, they do have aftermarket. They do have aftermarket companies. They got companies aftermarket that can do great work, but it's still going to be pricier than your AR. Okay, it's just the way it is. That's because this is the United States and this is not. This is a niche gun, which means what I'm trying to say is not many people. Like the other day, I went to the range with my son to zero his rifle, and I brought this one out to zero, and we were out there shooting. This guy comes up, and no, it was my wife. And this guy comes up and he says, "Is that AUG?" I mean, his eyes got as big as 50-cent pieces. And he said, "I've never seen one." Whereas you see these everywhere, you know, United States, and this is not. Maneuverability, both win. Accuracy, both win. Is one more accurate than the other? Yes. This one is more accurate than the other one. But this one is a standard, and this one has a Geisley trigger in it. This one, it's got an ALG trigger in it. So it's got better hammer, trigger, etc. This one has a linkage bar. This one does not. That does come into play. Of the two, it's your poison. You can't go wrong with either one. However, having had this for just a small while and being a new guy at this, I am very intrigued with this rifle. Much more so than other rifles that I've had. She's definitely staying with me, and I am going. I called STYER Arms USA, and I talked to them about this rifle. I told them that I'm not the original owner of it, and I wanted to know some information. So the gentleman I spoke to, I guess he was Swiss or German. He asked me what the serial number was. I gave it to him. He said this was October of 2010. Okay, so you know, from 2010 to now, I don't know what the previous owner did with it. I would like to know, and I'm really thinking about sending it to STYER and have them doing a full internal inspection on the gun to see if there's anything that's not kosher. I haven't had any problems at the range with the weapon. It's just I'm not the original owner. But if you're on the fence and thinking about getting you a STYER AUG, jump off that damn thing and get you a STYER AUG. And if you're a guy that's like bullpups suck, bullpups suck. They suck for you, and they'll suck for everybody else. Just keep that in mind now. Not everybody's a Chevy man, and not everybody's a Ford man. That's it. It's just like your underwear. Hanes, briefs, boxers, whatever. Small video. Hope y'all are having a good one. Right now it's wet, cold out here. But be back directly, y'all.